let's talk about parallel universe.
Okay.
You that's a theory, right?
Yeah, everything is theory.
Okay, so let's just imagine in a parallel universe, is there a person like you and me? Maybe we'll be sitting in the opposite direction. You'll be the host and I'll be the guest. How would it work? I mean, the multiverse theory.
Yeah, the multiverse is like, as we talk about, again it comes to expansion of universe. Okay, we talked about universe is expanding. Like this parallel universe says that it's a bubble. Okay, it's a bubble. The bubble is expanding itself. The bubble is expanding itself. There could be other bubbles. This is our universe and our universe is expanding. This is our bubble. One universe is a bubble. There can be 100 bubbles outside. There can be 1,000 bubbles outside. Every bubble is a universe. There is a possibility that people like you and me sitting and talking in the same podcast in another universe. It is possible. It is not possible. Right? Unless we have some proper scientific evidence, scientific information to say that, we will not be able to say anything in a proper way. Like we can't
guarantee it.
Everything is a paradox. Everything is hypothetical until we get some scientific evidence to that.
So expansion of universe, we've been talking about it for so long, right? I mean, we've been getting there, but we're not completely talking about it. Like, how is the universe expanding? Like,
okay, so after Big Bang, okay, so as I told you, Big Bang was started from very small space. Okay, all the universe, all the galaxies are started from there. Okay, it starts to expand. People say that it's a kind of explosion, but it's not an explosion, it's an expansion. Okay, it just expands. Into what? Into itself. Okay, it doesn't expand into something, it expands into itself. Okay, so it will be like, for example, if you're baking some cake, okay, if you keep some raisins or if you keep some objects on it, okay, so when you're baking the cake, it will be like near, right? If you keep it 1 centimeter, if you keep 10 things there on the cake, okay, or maybe on the bread you bake, okay, when you're baking it, it will expand. It will expand into it, like, right?
And the distance between those particles?
Between the particles will also go further. It happens with the space. Okay, so this whole concept came from the Einstein's theory of relativity. Again Einstein.
Again we all come back
the
to
modern
this.
Physics, that what we are talking, what we are doing, everything is related to Einstein theory of relativity. That's why we call are you an Einstein? Okay.
Yeah.
That is why everything is related to this theory of relativity and Einstein's things. Okay, so again that. Okay, so it expands into that. Okay, when it is expanding, the distance between every object, every galaxy changes. Okay, so this concept came by Friedman. Okay, or Friedman, whatever you call it. He's a Russian physicist. Okay, there are in theory of relativity, there are Einstein field equations, if you talk about scientifically. Based on that, he came up with an idea. Okay, universe either expand or either it can shrink. It is not just as it is. It is just shrinking or it is going like that. It was the thought of that scientist or the physicist that came upon. Later, Einstein also worked on it. Okay, everybody is saying that, most of the scientists are believing that this universe is expanding. Okay, so like that, when we talk about Big Bang, okay, so we were talking the gravity is too high, right? When it is, when it is expanding, the gravity should be pulling, the gravity should be attracting it. Okay, so when in the starting of Big Bang, if it starts to expand, it is supposed to, the acceleration of expansion should come down, right? Right, because gravity is stopping it.
Yes.
But instead, what we found is that it's quite interesting. It is accelerating. It is supposed to come down as it is going in time, but it is actually accelerating nearly the speed of light. Okay, as it is expanding that much. Okay.
Why is it happening?
This is what scientists are working. It's a kind of repulsive gravitational force. It
Okay.
is not going against. Okay, so gravitation should be holding these things up. It
Together.
should be it shouldn't be accelerating, it should come down the speed.
Yeah, at some point of time, I think the energy should come down, the energy should die down, and
Yeah.
things should slow down.
Slow down, but it is expanding. That doesn't mean that some energy is not going against gravity. It's just repulsive of gravity. Okay, nothing going against gravity, but it's repulsive gravitational, we call it. Okay, it's not against gravity, whatever we call it. Okay, so it expands like that. Okay, it expands into itself.
I mean,
The space is going bigger.
bigger,
And the
yeah,
distance
but
between planets, the distance between stars,
galaxies,
yeah,
stars.
if it is going in this way, okay, in the same acceleration, okay, if it going in the same way, if the same speed, maybe from now after it 1 billion year or 1 billion years away from now, okay, after 1 billion years, maybe we'll not be able to see these many stars as we see now, because the distance between the stars and going farther away.